So today we're going to look at this, the Rode Podmic. Now this is a dynamic microphone, so what that means is it's very good at isolating dialogue. So if you're in a room that's not acoustically treated and you can't control the background, this microphone will do a good job of just isolating your voice. So I'm going to do a few audio tests, do an unboxing, see whether it's worth you purchasing, and maybe it's a good alternative to a more expensive microphone that's very good, such as the Shure SM7B, which is very popular. As always, I'll have links in the description below of where you can get this microphone if you're interested. But without any further ado, let's do an unboxing of the Rode Podmic. So here is the box for the Rode Podmic. Really nice box that it comes in. As you can see on the side here, dynamic broadcasting microphone. It has an internal pop filter, broadcast quality, rugged built, and it has a 2-year warranty. So that's really good, really handy. All right, let's open this up. Opens up with the sleeve. Feels very heavy, which is good. Nice heavy microphone. All right, take this out. So this protection, and then we have the Podmic in here, and it looks very nice. I really like. Ooh, it is very heavy actually. But one thing I do like about this this microphone is I love the design. So this mic is built very well. It has nice like metal kind of frame to it. And I like this mount that we have here, which is really good. So you can obviously attach it to a stand, a mic stand or of all sorts, which is good here. And we have our XLR input here, made in Australia, Podmic. So that's where the XLR, it's one single XLR connection that we have here. So I really like the build quality of this microphone. Just looking at it out of the box, it looks very solid, it feels very heavy, and it just looks great. It looks professional, and that's one of the things that I look for in terms of a microphone, a pod mic or a podcast microphone, something that's probably going to be on camera because you're going to have to be close to the mic because it is a dynamic microphone. So I want it to look aesthetically pleasing. So I really like the design of the microphone as well. I think that's quite important. And yeah, let's see what the functionality of the microphone is and how well it sounds and what it actually does in terms of its functionality as a microphone. So let's do a comparison test between the Rode Podmic and the Rode Video Micro. Now this is a very popular video microphone, and this is pretty good. This is what I've been using to record my audio for my videos, and it does a very good job. As you probably hear in the comparisons, the Rode Podmic is very good at just isolating the background or isolating my voice from the background. Now the Rode Video Micro, I believe, is a condenser microphone, so it would capture a bit more of the background noise, but it is directional, so it is a shotgun mic, so you do need to speak directly in front of it, although if you speak to the sides it will still pick up a lot of the audio. If you compare it to the Rode podcast mic, you can hear the difference in terms of what that microphone's picking up. So this is what the Rode Podmic is picking up from the side in comparison to the Rode Video Micro. So the Rode Video Micro is picking up this amount of audio, which is what you're hearing right now, and this is what the Rode Podmic is actually picking up from the side. So if I have the Rode Podmic facing you, this is how much it picks up. And this is how much of my voice that the Rode Video Micro picks up if it's facing you. So this is how much you're hearing, and they're at the same distance as you can see, but this is what the Rode Podmic picks up. You can hear my audio now. This is how my audio sounds from the back of the Rode Podmic, and this is how my audio sounds at the back of the Rode Video Micro. So judge for yourself. What do you think in terms of how it isolates my voice? So this is how the Rode Video Micro sounds as I'm speaking directly off axis from the microphone. And this is how the Rode Podmic sounds as I speak kind of off axis from it. So let's see how it sounds directly on. So this is how the Rode Podmic sounds as I speak directly into the microphone. And this is how the Rode Video Micro sounds as I speak directly in the microphone. So you can hear the difference in quality. I don't know what it sounds like, but you are hearing what it's sounding like now. and I'm going to obviously listen to it back in post. I don't know what it sounds like, but you are hearing what it's sounding like now, and I'm going to obviously listen to it back in post. But comment down below, let me know if you can hear the difference between these two microphones. Now here's the plosive test. So Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper from the Rode Podmic, and here is the plosive test for the Rode Video Micro. Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper. Now here's how the Rode Podmic sounds with a pop filter in front of it. So let's see if it eliminates some of those plosives and sounds a lot better with a pop filter in front of the microphone. Peter Piper picked pickles from a pepper. If I put a pop filter in front of the Rode Video Micro, here's how the plosive sounds in comparison. Peter Piper picked a pickled pepper. So that's the plosive test of the Rode Video Micro and the Rode Podmic. Now, having listened to the audio tracks in post, I do believe that the Rode Podmic does sound better with a pop filter. It does just get rid of some of those plosives. So here you can hear the Podmic with the pop filter in front of it. So those plosives are being eliminated a little bit by the pop filter. So Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper. Now, if I speak slightly off axis, it is better at eliminating some of those plosives. So Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper, but you still pick up a little bit of those plosives. I know it has a built-in pop filter, but I just find that having a pop filter added on just adds to the quality of this microphone. So if I speak directly into the microphone from here and I say Peter Piper picked pickled peppers, you're picking up a lot more of the plosives. So do be aware of that the positioning of the microphone is very important. So what I would do if you don't have a pop filter is speak slightly off axis as I'm doing right now, just to eliminate some of those plosives. They are picked up a little bit still without a pop filter, but the microphone does sound very good. But I found that just maybe having a pop filter might just eliminate some of those plosives if you just want to add a little teeny bit more oomph to your audio, and just to make sure that those plosives aren't included in your audio. Without a pop filter, I think it can also sound good if you're not really emphasizing the plosives into the microphone. But that's just my opinion. So that's my review of the Rode Podmic. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of the review. Have you purchased the Rode Podmic? How does it compare to some of the other dynamic microphones in the market? Do you own a Shure SM7B? How do you think it compares to that? I'd love to know your thoughts, especially if you're an audio engineer or you're an audio specialist. Leave your comments down below. Let us all know what you thought of the microphone quality and where it ranks in terms of good dynamic microphones that you would recommend for people. As always, I'll have links in the description below of where you can purchase this microphone if you are interested. They are affiliate links, so if you do click on the link and purchase this product, then I would get a small commission at no extra cost to you, so I do greatly appreciate it. Again, comment down below, let me know what you thought of this review. I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyway, I'll see you next time for some more gear reviews and filmmaking tutorials. This has been Aston Regis, helping you tell your story through video. Peace.